Hello everybody, this is Hiro, and welcome back to another episode of my playthrough of 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. Um, guys, we have a problem. Well, we have several problems, honestly, but we found a dead body, and it's not someone we know. It's someone wearing a captain's uniform and a bracelet with the number 0 on it. Now, we know this bracelet. We've seen this bracelet before. Clover had this bracelet in the previous playthrough, but unfortunately, she never did get to use it. Oh man. Based on the fact that the corpse had this bracelet on, Junpei seems to be assuming that this is 0, that someone took him out somehow. This is where we're at now, and I'm worried, I'm stressed. Let's jump right into it. Okay, so we're here at the captain's quarters, and the door was sealed shut, so we have to get out of this place. So let's start by looking at the obvious thing first. Is this where he was killed? Oh jeez. There's blood on the chair. You think this was the dead guys? Yeah, probably. Did he die here? I mean, he was obviously killed. There was an axe next to the body. What a gruesome way to die. There's something metallic on top of the table. Hey, is that a music box? Well, let's have a look. Okay. There's a little music box on this table. Maybe we have to go to another screen to get closer or something. Anything about this chair? Anything else? There's blood on the chair. Kind of creeping me out. Yeah, not a pretty sight. Okay. I would hope you don't have any jokes about this. I'm just being thorough, you know? I moved the sheets and took a look under the bed. There's a lot of space. Somebody could hide down there. Then you could hide other stuff too. Huh? You mean like this body? Yeah, but whoever killed him didn't do that. Why not? Well, let's see. I guess I can think of 4 possibilities. They might have just not noticed the space under the bed, or they didn't think of hiding the body, or they didn't have the time to hide it, or what? Maybe they didn't want to hide it. Yeah, this, I would say. Maybe they didn't have to hide it. They didn't want to hide it. They wanted us to find it here. Just like another piece on the puzzle. Just another asset to use on the ship, the bracelet. Maybe they wanted us to find it, to prove a point or something. Now, see, this is what I'm worried about, because he's thinking this is 0. But no, it can't be. I mean, we know it can't be. I think in the previous playthrough, we got a message from 0 right at the end, so yeah, no. Unless someone took over or something, but that's a bit too complicated. Yeah. Okay, anything else here? No? Okay, so let's back out. Can we look at the music box? Oh, it's one of these, interesting. With the little palm and stuff. Oh, it's one of those old music boxes. How about we wind it up? Why does it sound like that? I think I know what this is. And there is another certain game I've played before that had something strangely similar to this. I mean, it's a very, I guess, straightforward idea to try to recreate, but there was a very similar plot point in another favorite of mine, so interesting. Is it broken? The pins on the cylinder are shaped all weird. I don't think those are the pins. It looks like someone put something else on top of it. I think we're gonna have to take it apart to figure out what's going on, don't you? Can we do that? Music box. The pins on the cylinder look odd. By the way, I think I haven't said it, but I think this might be Morse code, because we found a telegraph. So that's definitely something that's gonna be related. We'll have to take it apart if we want to get a good look at it. Okay, so maybe we'll find like a screwdriver or something. Music box. The pins on the cylinder look odd. By the way, I don't know Morse code. I mean, I know the premise. I don't know what the sounds and the symbols, like the combinations, what they mean. I think I only know how to spell out SOS, but that doesn't look like that's SOS. So we'll see. Okay, it's a lamp, but it doesn't turn on. I don't think there's anything special about it. Okay. Small table. Just being thorough here. A lamp, nothing to see here. What about the bed? A bed. There's nothing in it. Right. Nothing suspicious here. Now this. This is a camera. Like, looking at this. That's interesting. A camcorder. It looks like it's pointed at the door. While the power's on, why would someone want to videotape a door? Right? Like, that's probably like part of a puzzle or something, but we'll see. Can we do anything with this? The display is dark. I guess the power isn't on. I mean, we don't have the code or anything that points towards the code for now, so I'm gonna leave it alone, just wondering if it'll tell me anything. The control panel for the electronic lock. I guess I've gotta put in a passcode. I don't think it's just about numbers. There's a hole in the bottom of it right here. I think you need to put a key in it first. Okay, so several pieces of the puzzle actually, so let's not bother with this for now. Let's just come back later. Let's see if shaking you gets us anywhere. I don't think so. No dice. So this is the exit, huh? Don't even really have to try this door to know that it's locked. We did anyways. I knew it. It's 2 times. Twice actually. Okay. So a different angle. Oh, interesting. Oh, look at this. This is all the ship. The screen showing what's happening at the central scare on B deck. Okay, the screen shows what's going on in a small room somewhere that I don't recognize. Is this the first class cabin? No, this is that. What was this place again? The room on this screen looks really fancy. Yeah, we haven't been in there in this playthrough, but I recognize this one with the lock right here and like the fancy bed with a canopy. There's just some random hallway on this one. I think this is one of the rooms, yeah, with the puzzle here in the picture. The screen shows the big hospital room. Yeah, that room. This one shows the central staircase on C deck. And I don't recognize the room on this one. This looks like a couch here. It doesn't ring a bell. There's a bunch of weird buttons on here. Probably switch what you see on the screens. Do you know how to work this thing? Why don't we just press one of these? I would advise against it. Like this one. Oh. Never mind. Well, I guess it does change the... What the hell is this? 0. What is this? Oh. Hang on. This is the door at the back. With the camera. Hang on.
Huh.
Okay. Some narration. Junpei snorted with grim humor for the second time since he'd come into the room. The 4 screens along the bottom had a single letter each, spelling out...
Z-E-R-O, huh?
Yeah.
It's like he's making fun of us.
That's Leon. I mean...
What do you think?
He turned to Clover, who was standing next to him. Clover nodded.
Nothing.
Okay. It seemed that she cared about little. Of course, Junpei could hardly blame her. In the strain she was surely under, Junpei was somewhat surprised she had responded at all. Still, he had to ask. Where's Ace, by the way? My guy, what do you have to say about all this? He gestured toward the corpse.
What about him? Do you think that's really 0?
Okay, this. I'm interested in them having this conversation because this is kind of something that has to be, like the possibility, it has to be discarded. I don't think this is 0. Clover shook her head weakly.
There's no way that's him.
Right.
Didn't I tell you already? Zero is one of us.
No, but maybe? No. No, I don't think so. I still don't think this is the case. But
Yeah, right.
different theories here.
Well, even if he wasn't one of us, there's no way that man could be Zero.
All right. See, this is more in line with what I believe. And I hope that's the case. I hope that I'm right because it wouldn't make sense otherwise, right?
Huh?
Don't you get it? The letters that spell Zero on the TV screen, the captain's clothes he's got on, and of course, the bracelet with a zero on it.
It's all too obvious, isn't it?
It's too obvious.
Yeah.
Look, this is Zero right here. This dead body is Zero.
Okay, so maybe this is actually what he was thinking. Like he realized, oh, this is a trap. Like before anyone else had said anything, before anyone else had said, oh, this is Zero. I don't know, Ace maybe would have jumped to that conclusion. No one said anything about this guy's identity. But Junpei was already thinking, no, this is too obvious. Okay, I like this. I actually really like this. I don't think there was a moment where he thought this was Zero. I was just making an assumption myself.
Isn't that kind of fishy?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're right. Only an idiot wouldn't see through something like that.
Oh, well, I don't know if I would have put it like that, but is she feeling bad because she thought that was Zero?
No, that's not the point. I'm not trying to make fun of them for thinking a trick like this would work.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure they didn't think it would work, which makes me wonder.
Why did they do it? I wasn't narrated for some reason, but yeah, they didn't think it would work. So why?
I think this is a challenge. A challenge from the person who's really behind all of this. He's making fun of us.
Just having a laugh?
Don't you get it? If whoever killed this guy really wanted us to think this corpse was Zero, they'd never have put a bracelet on him.
Right. They would have dressed it up in like the gas mask and stuff.
Walking around with a Zero bracelet would be like hanging a sign around your neck that said, I did it!
Yeah.
Anyone with a brain would be able to see that this guy is supposed to look like everything Zero is supposed to be. Just like we did. The killer must have known we wouldn't think he was Zero and put the bracelet on him anyway.
Right.
Do you know why?
Why?
No. Please, tell me.
Like I said, he's mocking us.
Okay, but anything aside from this? Because we're already in a pretty shitty situation, and I don't think Zero has been doing this so far. Like, maybe they're thinking this because we're near the end of the game and or something like that. But I wonder, I really do wonder why this was presented like this.
Too bad, suckers, this isn't Zero.
Yeah, like a taunt, I guess. Maybe that would be the case.
Where's the real me then? See if you can catch me.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same bad joke a lot of criminals like to play. They'll just sit back and watch people run in circles.
Okay.
That's really twisted. But it almost seems kind of childish.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you're right. It's really childish. It's like it's just a game to whoever this person is. That's what seems funny to me.
Because it is a game, but it is a game, but I don't think Zero... Okay, Zero is an interesting personality in this game, presence, I would say, because we know for a fact that Zero has personal stakes on this, thanks to the note we found in the safe. Yeah, it's kind of like it's a game to them, maybe not taking it fully seriously, at least that's what Junpei seems to be thinking, but at the same time, I truly do think that Zero has like something at stake here, like personal revenge or revenge on behalf of someone else, something like that. Yeah. So I don't know. This is the kind of game where it feels like the more you know, the more complicated and convoluted everything starts looking in your mind until probably the end of the game where everything comes together and it's finally solved. I like that. I like that. I like that it's racking my brain. Junpei bent down next to the corpse.
All right, let's get back to the point. Who killed this man?
I don't know.
And what's this guy's deal? Who is he?
How would I know that? If I knew anything, I would have told you.
I said something like... I said something very dumb. I said this might have been Lord Gordain. Guys, we know Lord Gordain is dead. Obviously, this is not it. But I'm still going with the descendant theory that maybe someone related to that guy. I don't know. It could just be anyone, but the fact that he's dressed up in captain's clothes, like it all seems very purposeful, doesn't it?
You have no idea who he is.
On the other hand, was this ship just like sailing? No, it wasn't. So, who knows? Maybe it's just for the thematic, you know?
Why would I?
Junpei sat back on his haunches and thought.
We should check and see if he's got anything on him that might tell us who he is.
Okay, good idea.
Give me a hand here, Clover.
Huh?
We gotta flip him over. How else are we gonna search his pockets?
Can you just ask Ace to do this? Clover didn't move.
Okay, fine. Guess I'll do it.
Dude, put that guy to work. Junpei had no choice but to move the body on his own.
Here we go.
Like, where is he? What is he doing? He's just watching. He grabbed hold of an area now completely covered in blood and shaft. It took a moment, but eventually Junpei felt the man's bulk began to shift. But just as it did,
Huh?
something fell on the man's left wrist.
Hey, it's the...
It came out because he's dead. That's one of the conditions for the removal of the bracelets, right? But if so, was it ever locked? Or was it just left on his wrist? The bracelet with 0 on the face.
Lastly, let us discuss how to remove the bracelets. There are only 2 ways to do so.
Yes.
1. You escape from this ship. 2. More hotly, which is 0. In other words, once the bracelet is taken outside the confines of the ship, or the paraxatic wearer's heartbeat has fallen to 0, it will shut down automatically.
Oh, God.
Junpei stared at the bracelet.
This man... He's dead, isn't he?
Yeah, I think we established that. Why are you saying this now?
Huh?
No, it's just... I guess I didn't really think about it until right now.
Okay, that's fair, I guess. It's just, you know, it's probably the kind of stupid comment I would have made, to be honest. I've been making plenty of those in this playthrough. But, yeah, just the shock of it all, I guess. We don't say the most rational things when we're in shock.
If his bracelet's off, that means he's dead.
Yeah.
Well, it's pretty obvious that he's dead. You don't really need to look at his bracelet to figure out that he's dead.
But I think the question here is, was there ever a point where this bracelet was just like locked? Like, unable to move? And if so, why? And for what reason? Which is the same question.
Yeah. I guess you're right. It is pretty obvious.
Like, this all seems to point to the fact that he was also like a player in the game, you know?
Well, he looks a lot better than the other bodies we've seen, though. You know?
At least it's in one piece, you know?
I mean, if there wasn't all this blood, he'd almost look like he was still alive.
Yeah, but probably don't bring this up because we still think that one of those bodies was Snake. Oh no, this is bad. Yeah.
I mean, I know it's kind of a messed up thing to say, but he kinda has it better, you know?
Yeah, okay, Junpei, we get it. Just stop, okay?
Dying from a bomb going off inside of you? I mean, that's just...
Yeah, okay, Junpei, just shut up, please.
Some of Snake's bones went right through his skin.
Okay? Wait, yeah. Okay, first of all, not the time. But also, Clover? Junpei, can you specify which bones? Can Clover tell us?
I think the explosion must have thrown him against a wall or something.
Right. No, dude, stop giving
There
details.
was a broken bone just sticking out of his left arm.
Okay, no, but this is exactly. I'm in two minds about this. This is exactly the kind of detail that he should mention. Everything else, shut up. This. Good thing, honestly. Clover?
And,
Suddenly, Junpei realized what he was saying. How could he have been so cruel? He clapped his hands over his mouth. Finally, thank you. Please. But also, Clover, please say something. But it was already too late. He turned to look at Clover. She was glaring at him furiously.
What did you just say?
Yeah, but she's not upset about everything. She's realized what he said about the left arm. Her words sounded cold. He knew an apology could hardly atone for what he'd done, but he tried anyway.
oh man, I am so sorry. I shouldn't have said that. I really don't know what I was thinking. I mean,
No, that's not what I'm talking about. What did you say about his arm?
Yeah.
arm?
Yes, his left arm. You said it, didn't you?
Okay, Ace, get out of here. Don't listen to this conversation. We'll call you back when we're done.
Well, yeah, I did, but I mean, didn't you see it too?
Is he overhearing this? Like that. He doesn't get to have all this information.
Of course not. I could barely look at him.
Yeah, she didn't go look at the body.
There's no way I was gonna see the details.
Clover took a quick, deep breath.
Are you sure it was his left arm?
Junpei thought back.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
And he had a broken bone, right?
What the hell are you getting at here?
Just shut up and answer me!
Yeah, we know what's going on. She shoved her face closer to his. He could see the fire in her eyes. Junpei winced and swallowed.
Yeah, he did. It was pretty bad too. The bone was sticking out of the arm.
Uh-huh. No sooner were the words out of his mouth than Clover's expression changed.
Clover? What's wrong?
Now, is she gonna tell us? Right here, right now?
Look, I'm sorry if I said anything.
Suddenly she was crying. Junpei wasn't sure what to do.
Thank you.
Yes! He doesn't know what's going on, obviously, but we know. We know, right? It was close to the last thing he had expected to hear.
Huh? What are you...
Junpei had no idea what had just happened. He didn't think he'd done anything worthy of thanks, and he couldn't understand why she would have chosen that moment to begin crying. So he simply stood there, confused.
Thank you so much, Junpei.
Yeah, you gave her the hope and the confirmation she needed. She thanked him again, and then something even stranger happened. Oh, look at this. Clover threw herself into Junpei's surprised arms.
Hey, what's going on with you?
Oh, this is sweet.
I'm sorry, it's just... I'm so happy.
This must be so confusing if it's your first time playing and you don't know that. Or if you've done other routes before and you also didn't have that piece of information. Which, I don't know, is it something that we learn on every route? It looks like it's been the case so far for me, but who knows?
Why?
Actually, I think I know that if you hadn't gone with Clover to the laboratory with Clover and Lotus, you wouldn't have learned of that in the other outcome of that route. So, yeah, you can entirely miss that. So, this is one confusing moment if you don't know what's going on.
The body in the shower room, it isn't his. It isn't my brother.
And finally, confirmation.
Huh?
It's not Snake.
Why on earth would you think that?
Because his left arm is...
She stopped herself.
I'm sorry. I really shouldn't be talking about this.
Right, so she's not gonna give us the details, but she knows, and that's all that we need to know, I guess. Junpei decided it would be prudent not to press her for any more information. If she did not wish to tell him, she certainly had a reason for doing so. Perhaps more importantly, however, if Clover was so certain, then she was likely right. That meant that the body in the shower room wasn't Snake. It wasn't much, but that knowledge lifted some of the weight from Junpei's heart.
He's still alive.
Yeah,
I'm so happy.
tears shone in her eyes. Those tears melted Junpei's heart. As she cried, he had pushed herself up against his chest like a child. Junpei put his arms around her and held her tight.
I'm so glad.
Huh?
Junpei, you were right.
Huh?
No matter what happens, you can never lose hope.
Yeah. Oh, the callback.
You have to remember what's most important, and that's to have faith and to have love. If you can remember all of those, that'll bring you good luck.
The four-leaf clover. Clover reached into her pocket and pulled something out.
That's...
It was a laminated bookmark with a four-leaf clover.
I only made it here because you gave me this.
Oh, you did? No, you're strong, Clover.
I was suspicious of everybody, and I was angry and miserable.
But maybe she did need it. Obviously she deserves credit of her own to be able to pull through in that situation. A little help, however, can go a long way. So it's good that she has people she can trust in this situation, you know?
But because I had this four-leaf clover, because of what you said to me,
Yeah.
Junpei hadn't thought his words would have had such an effect on her. Her words were making him feel a little awkward.
Thank you so much, Junpei.
She looked up at him. He scratched his nose and pretended to notice something interesting somewhere else in the room.
Oh, if you really want to thank somebody, you should be thanking Santa.
Yeah, he found it initially, but he didn't want it.
Santa? Why?
Well, he was the one who gave me that thing. And the words for each leaf, I got that from him too.
Yeah, they're all connected. It's sweet, isn't it?
Oh,
All of them are in this together. Well, not all of them, but most of them. Uh-huh. Then suddenly, Clover broke away from Junpei.
Huh?
Why? Huh? He looked confused. He hadn't thought she'd react that poorly. Clover began to pace across the room. What is happening? Why at the mention of Santa? 6 steps to the left, 6 steps to the right, another 6 to the left, and then she stopped.
did Santa really tell you those things?
Yeah? Her eyes were serious, but not angry.
Yeah, he did. Did I, say something wrong?
Oh no, not at all. In fact, this could be really good news, I think.
Uh-huh. Why?
You think?
Santa knew about the words and the clover.
Yeah,
The only people who should know about that are the other subjects.
the other subjects. Oh, the experiment that she never got to tell us about.
Subjects.
Yes, what's this about?
The other people who were in the experiment 9 years ago, with my brother and me.
And you! You were in there too? Hang on, did we know this? We knew Snake was there. No. Again, I think I'm getting those things confused. The Nonary game that happened 9 years ago and the experiment that happened 9 years ago, those are not the same. I don't think so. At least there's nothing to indicate that they're the same. Both happened 9 years ago. So Snake and herself, okay?
But he's blind, and I was part of the Nevada test group.
The
So
what?
neither of us would be able to recognize the faces of the people who were on this boat.
Whoa. Okay, time out.
Yeah, explain. Junpei held up his hands. He took a deep breath and let it
Let's
out.
just calm down for a second, okay? Start from the top. Don't start with the end and then jump to the middle.
Yeah, please.
You gotta start with 1 and then move to 2 and 3 and 4 and so on.
Yeah, we get it,
If you
Junpei.
don't tell me stuff in the right order, I'm never gonna be able to figure it out.
Okay.
Clover nodded.
All right. Let's start with this experiment.
Yeah.
What happened on this boat 9 years ago?
Do you know about morphogenetic fields?
Yes,
Morphogenetic fields.
he did. And the realization sent chills down Junpei's spine.
All right, how about this? Theory of the telepathic mechanism.
Yes, we have been told this.
I think Lotus mentioned something like that.
It's been the undercurrent of the whole well, not the whole game, I guess, because we learned a bit of this in the previous playthrough, didn't we? It wasn't like too overt, at least not to the point it has been on this route, but Santa did mention the whole rat experiment, so that got me thinking. That's kind of like telepathy, right? And then the information bits, like the info dumps, they started like as soon as we started on this route, they began to become more and more focused on the theme of telepathy and communication and morphogenetic fields. Junpei recounted what Lotus had told him earlier. Clover nodded.
Telepathy, huh? Well, that's not really it, but I suppose it's similar.
Yeah, it's not the same thing, but it's similar, yeah.
So they were testing telepathy on this ship?
Yeah, I guess so.
So, what exactly did they have you guys do?
The same thing that we're doing now. Exactly the same thing.
Are we the rats? I think we're the rats. Oh, jeez.
What?
The Nonary game.
Okay. Yes, so the Nonary game was the experiment. Question. She has not said anything about this before. Not when we were like saying wild theories on who's behind this. Not when we were like, what's the point of this? Ace was the one who mentioned maybe this is like a psychological experiment or something. Why wouldn't Clover or Snake say anything? Were they just not trusting everybody else at that point? Oh.
9 people were put on this boat, and 9 others were put in the building in Nevada, and the game started.
Really? Oh, so she was in the building and her brother would have been on the boat? Junpei grabbed the sides of his head. Yeah, what the hell?
Look, I'm sorry, but I don't get it. What do the Nonary game and some telepathy experiment have to do with each other? Am I missing something here?
Clover bit her lip. She blinked back sudden tears. What had happened to her in Nevada?
The ability to access a morphogenetic field is affected by a couple of things. The first is epiphany, and the other is danger.
The rats, they had to be drowning.
You know how sometimes when you're up against a really tough problem, and then the answer just kind of pops in your head?
Yeah.
That's an epiphany. And what you learn from the epiphany can be transmitted with telepathy.
I don't know how, but okay.
When you add danger to that equation, then it gets easier to transmit that information over telepathy.
Sure. Again, this is probably like going all the way into pseudoscience territory. Like, this is not based on anything. But it's interesting. The way it's presented to us, it's like it's legit. Or those are the rules that we're playing by in this universe. So, sure.
So you're saying the Nonary game was supposed to introduce that element of danger?
Yeah, but it couldn't be just any old danger.
No, the threat of
It
death.
had to be life and death.
Okay, well, that wasn't in the dialogue on the screen, but she said it anyways.
It had to be life and death.
Okay. Yeah, the line was repeated there.
And someone did actually die. A girl.
And I think I know who that girl is. How long ago did Santa's sister die? That's right. At least I think. Now that she's brought up, only the people in the experiment would have known those words. Oh man. So there's a connection there, okay? That's one less piece of the puzzle, I guess. Now, the rest of us, what's our connection to this whole thing? Junpei felt a sudden grip of despair on his heart. Something deep and distant and powerful squeezed, and for a moment he felt very, very empty and alone. And of course he doesn't know, but I know.
She was on the boat with my brother.
At least I think this is where it's going. I think that was Santa's sister.
I was in Nevada.
So siblings, right?
I never met her, but I did hear her name. Her name was...
The sound of the door opening was like a gunshot. Dude! Junpei spun around.
Oh, my apologies. I seem to have disturbed you.
You keep doing that recently a lot, Ace. I don't like it.
Ace.
You two must have strong stomachs. I can't imagine how you could stay in this room for so long.
We're kind of in the middle of an important conversation. But yes, probably not very pleasant to stay in the same room as a dead body. Where were you? What's on the other side of that door? Ace glanced down at the floor. At the corpse covered in blood. Has he noticed that the bracelet is gone?
At any rate, Junpei, would you be so kind as to come and help me with something?
No, figure it out yourself.
I'm having a little trouble, and I could really use your assistance.
Ugh.
Come on, it'll only take a moment.
Oh my goodness. Fine. With that, he turned and walked back toward the communications office. Clover waited until he was out of sight, then spoke in a small, quiet voice.
I don't want Ace to hear us. We can talk about this later.
Is there gonna be a later? Oh, I'm so worried. Oh, this is like massive death flag right there, you know? Hey, I have this very important piece of information. Let me tell you later. Please, please, no. Oh my goodness.
Huh? Hey, wait.
This game's so bad for my health. Clover ignored him. From outside, Junpei could hear Ace calling.
Junpei, what are you doing in there? Hurry up.
Yeah, coming. So frustrating. Grumbling to himself, Junpei stomped off toward the communication office. All right. Well, just to spite Ace, I'm gonna call it an episode right here. Guys, thank you so much for watching. The pieces are falling into place. Of course, there's still a lot of stuff we don't know, but this is good. This is information, and this is the big picture. So, I can't wait to keep playing. Guys, leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're enjoying this playthrough and would like to continue supporting me. And I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye for now.